Apparently, there's been movement on the pipe bombs, and Glenn Beck is on the case. He's figured out who could have guessed, who discovered. This is who found the Jan 6 pipe bombs outside of the DNC. Now, I'm going to go on a limb and say that more than likely it was someone involved with the DNC, since it was their headquarters and they were probably around there, or the security involved, or someone who knows somebody who works at the DNC who maybe dropped him off and went, "Hey, what's that duffel bag doing sitting there?" Yeah, we'll see.
The purveyor of
Shit.
mis
Wow.
and disinformation.
Donald Trump. Hold on. I don't know why this is like, hold on. Turn this part off and then go back up to here.
Global purveyor of fake information is the United States government at this point.
Okay.
I don't trust a
really? So you just, how about military medals then? When people get, medals for service, Glenn. So what do? Do you walk up to anybody who's got their medals or representation of their medals on their hat or something? You just spit on them and go, "Bullshit! I don't believe that." Whatever you said you were fighting for, or wherever you said you were fighting, obviously you're lying about it, right?
damn thing they say.
Which is bullshit. Also, by the way, have you had have you eaten anywhere or taken a medication or driven anywhere? Do you wear a seatbelt? Fuck off.
You shouldn't. Let me give you this story. This broke yesterday from The Blaze.
Really? Did it? Well, luckily you know somebody who works there, I think, right?
Blaze Media can now reveal that the person who discovered the pipe bomb at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. on January 6th was a United States Capitol Police plainclothes officer.
Right, because part of their job, it's right next to the Capitol, and their job is to walk the grounds.
Now, let me
Who found it at the Republican building? Did he make a call and then they checked and they found the other one over there? That's who should find it.
Let me refresh you on this. There were 2 pipe bombs that were found on January 6th. The FBI, with all of their resources, all of the surveillance video, cannot find who.
Yeah, but in their defense, the guy running it at the time is a Trump appointee, and Donald Trump was president at the time. So, and he disappeared with a bunch of intel, so he may have taken that folder with him.
Who planted those bombs? Luckily, one was found by a passerby, the first one, at the RNC headquarters. Some woman apparently ran in and said, "I think there might be a pipe bomb in the alley." And they were like, "Oh, we've got to call the police."
And then the police went over and checked because that was somebody who was nearby, and then they found it. A woman? What was the woman's name? Marjorie Taylor what?
The police came and said, "Yes, it's a pipe bomb."
Okay, well, was it out in plain view? Because I think most of us could recognize a pipe bomb if you saw one.
But it didn't go off. In fact, the details that we have show that it probably wasn't really designed to go off.
So it was a distraction. So one of the maggots on was going to leave a threat, and they figured if it wasn't actually a functioning bomb, the charges would be less, but it might shut down the Capitol for a couple of days if you drop off a couple of fake bombs. Right. Mm-hmm.
But it had like that kitchen timer. Then, just a few minutes later, another passerby was walking by a park bench right in front of the DNC headquarters, and they spotted what they thought was a pipe bomb.
Well, did it look like a pipe bomb?
And so they immediately ran in and said, "Hey, I think I found a pipe bomb." And the Secret Service freaked out. They went out, and then they gathered that pipe bomb. They're like, "Look, John, it is a pipe bomb." And the other guy was like, "Tom, that's crazy. I wonder who put that there. Should we get the vice president out?" "No."
The vice president? What?
"Let's leave her inside."
Well, she wasn't the vice president at that time. She was the vice president elect, I think. If you're talking about, or is this when we found out that Mike Pence's pronouns are she, her?
Okay. So far, I've got quite a tale, I'm telling you.
Why is this something? Why is your kind of like odd vocal attitude on how this played out in the kind of generic story points somehow evidence of a conspiracy? Please say something of value.
Now, let me add something else.
Anything. You haven't added anything at all.
All of the text traffic and all of the diary, if you will, that the Secret Service keeps on January 6th, it was all accidentally deleted. Damn it. Did I push delete? I didn't mean to do that.
It's weird that those are the people protecting Donald Trump at that time. And included in that was the story, allegedly, of him threatening the Secret Service and wanting to be taken to the Capitol and all the shit he said. And the idea is that they erased all those stories of that, not about the fucking pipe bomb.
Deleted all of it?
Yeah, they weren't texting who. I think there's some fucking hook-toed bitch walking around with a duffel bag. You know, I think, is that Marjorie Taylor Greene? Like, nobody.
Crap. So they can't tell us exactly what happened. They can't tell us exactly why Kamala Harris left. She was at the Capitol waiting for the vote on the
She was a senator?
presidency to finalize that. She was supposed to be there. Remember, she's a member of the Senate, too.
Right. That might have been one of the reasons why she was there.
She's the tiebreaker. But she was suddenly called away, and nobody can recall why.
She wasn't the tiebreaker. What the fuck are you talking about? They hadn't been sworn in yet. She wasn't vice president. She was just a senator.
And she had to go to the DNC headquarters. Why? We don't know. Probably something very important, though. And so the Secret Service rushed her in, got her in. They did a check of the whole area. They didn't find a pipe bomb. But this passerby, who just as a passerby, he found a pipe bomb. Secret Service couldn't. But the passerby found it because it was sitting right there in a way that it looked like it was meant to be discovered. Well, we've tried to find out who this guy is, this passerby, this innocent guy who had a sharp eagle eye and found that sitting on the sidewalk right
after they found one at the RNC, and they were like, we need to watch out for one at the DNC, and they did a look and they didn't find one, but this one turned up later on the park bench, and they found it because they sent plainclothes people around there just to look for it in case they showed just police officers around. It might make the person trigger a bomb if they'd set one at the DNC. Do you have a problem with just fucking adulting?
In front of the park bench, all by himself. Found out who he was. He was a D.C. Metro police officer.
Yeah. They had gotten a call that there was a bomb at the RNC, and so they were sending people around, it would seem, to be on the lookout in case, without starting a big to-do.
Now, why wouldn't the D.C. Or Capitol police officer, why wouldn't everyone want you to know that it was a police officer that found that instead of just a passerby? It would lend more credibility, wouldn't it, Stu? It wasn't just some old lady that's like, I think that's a pipe bomb. It's got a timer on it. No. This is a D.C. cop.
Right. I, honest to God, don't know where the fuck he's going with this. Why is this supposed to be weird? Does anybody know? Because this clip is almost over. I don't know what the fuck he's on about.
You can see a couple of officers sitting there. Some random person comes up, maybe not appearing credible. Oh, there's a bomb over there. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. But if it's a DC, it was Capitol Police officer, right? Capitol Police officer, plain.
They'd already had the report of the other one at the RNC. Checking at the DNC is not weird.
Clothes.
Yep.
You'd think, okay, well, this person's very credible. We better get the vice president out of here immediately.
Right. Now, here's what happened. We now know that the United States Capitol Police plainclothes officer walked by, just happened to look down there on the sidewalk, and there was the pipe bomb. So he walked a full 20 feet to the SUV of the Secret Service. And he knocked on the passenger window and then talked to him for a while, and then casually walked around to the driver's side, and they rolled it down, and they talked some more. And what he said was, hey, right over there, about 20 feet from where we're sitting, I found a pipe bomb. Now, Secret Service, what do? Of course, they jump out. They call the bomb squad. They get one of those little robot things to pick it up so it doesn't go off and kill somebody. And they get the first thing they do is they get Kamala Harris away from the area. It's 20 feet away from her motorcade. Whoa, what a close call that was. Except that's not what they did. They left Kamala Harris in the building. And, before they took a look at that pipe bomb, they finished their lunch in the car.
So under Donald Trump, you're saying that the Secret Service wasn't taking the safety of the incoming vice president seriously? Is that your argument? Also, what the fuck are you talking about?
Do we know where the lunch came from? I mean,
No,
sometimes they're...
Look, dude, it's hot. I mean, I've had cold lunches all week. This is the only time we've had to eat our lunch, and while it's still hot.
And if it could be something like off the Taco Bell craveable menu.
All right. Honest to fucking God, hold on one second. It would help if there was any kind of... Blaze Media has... Okay, read the full report. Okay, let's pop up on it. Police line in Cross. This is the Blaze Media revealed. A plainclothes Capitol cop found the DC pipe bomb. Now, I'm sure this will line up exactly with the story that Glenn Beck just told. It's on his network. Video surveillance shows Secret Service and DC Metro Police finished their lunches before acting on the discovery of a viable explosive device by a person previously identified as a passerby. Blaze Media can now reveal that the person who discovered the pipe bomb at the DNC on January 6th was a United States Capitol plainclothes officer. Multiple congressional staffers familiar with the investigation confirmed to Blaze Media that despite months of FBI stonewalling, previously only a passerby, at 1:05 p.m. on Jan 6th, then unidentified person casually approached DC Metropolitan Police vehicle parked in DNC's parking ramp. Huh? That's not Secret Service. It's DC Metropolitan Police vehicle. Okay. Informed police he'd seen what appeared to be a pipe bomb. Wearing dark clothes and a backpack, the individual can be seen in a video posted on Massey's YouTube channel. First speaking to an officer on the driver's side of the patrol car, he then casually walks around to the cab's passenger window where he learned to chat for several seconds. Whoops. Okay. Fuck you. I'm not paying for this shit. You motherfucker. This is how they get you. Okay, Thomas Massey. Okay, hold on. Fuck this. There's a video of it. I don't need this asshole. I don't need this shit. Okay. Hold on. We'll go straight to the video that they're referencing. Let me set you guys up. Talk amongst yourselves for just a second. Because I'm not paying for a fucking Blaze subscription. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Thomas Massey. Bomb discovery, I guess. I don't know. Should be there. Breaking news: Thomas Massey confronts FBI Ray about this. This is the Jan 6. I'm publicly releasing footage about the discovery of the. This is Thomas Massey's statement on it. Publicly releasing the discovery of the pipe bomb at the DNC on 1/6. After 900 days, why won't the FBI Director Ray answer congressional questions about the case? Did they even interview the person who appears to have found the bomb? This is the... there's even audio on this. I don't think so. So, this is a... Hold on. This is not the same person. Hold on. Let me back this up. There's no audio on this, so that I can see. But let me get you guys back over to here. So, this is the footage that he released. It's an hour long. No, this is 7 minutes of it. So the other part's an hour long. But there is a back up here. This is the discovery of it. It's a red light, and then They are parked. I guess this is the DNC headquarters, is what we're supposed to think. There's a police car right there. And he walks up and he says something to them, I guess. Hold on. This person runs across the street. This person with the backpack. Not the same person that we see in the videos dropping them off, but they could have changed clothes. A lot of fucking maggots running around in weird clothing that day. So here's a person walking up to them, different human being. Some people crossing the street. Walks up, talks to this side of the car. 1:05 p.m. on, I guess on the 5th, I guess. Yeah. So he walks, is it the same guy? And then he walks over and he says something. And by the way, do we have his testimony that he saw a pipe bomb, or he's like, there's something funky over there? I don't know if there's a bag or it was exposed, is the idea. That guy walks back up, and then he goes back to the other car. Okay. What do we got? A minute? We got 6 minutes of them going, it might be a suspicious bag, it might be something, it might be nothing. So he walks back over that way. There's no footage of the other angle. There's not another Massey. There's not a camera on that light. Maybe pointing this way. That wouldn't help to know what the fuck. You know what? Fuck it. I don't need to. You know what? It's none of my business. The bomb is right here, so I don't need to know anything happened over here. I mean, this is perfect. Thanks very much. I can way to give Kentucky a good name. This is the part of it. Okay, and then what? There you go. They finally, a minute later, hold on. He walks by, this truck goes by, they get a call. That car goes by, maybe that's the one going to the RNC. Whatever. These guys get out within a minute of the guy coming over there, and then they start doing shit. That is a coffee cup. That is a scooter. That is where they start. Okay, so they start asking for the footage to move around at that point. So a coffee cup is all I saw. All right, this is. They come over here. Does it scroll back around? These guys are walking around. I don't see a bunch of people like finishing their lunch. I see within 2 minutes them making actions and then off they go. It took about. Okay, so this whole thing starts. The whole video starts at 1:05. By 1:09, 4 minutes later, they are pulling footage and moving shit around. They are going inside to maybe do primary clearance. They send somebody into the DNC. I don't know if they're going to they take the car away. Yeah, and then they go get her out another door instead of bringing her out that way. Yeah, and again, so within, this is motherfucker talking about these people like they finished their lunch. Like they sat there for an hour and they start blocking off the road. This is within 6 minutes of the discovery. They have police on hand. They've cleared her out. That's it. That's the whole fucking footage. This is from Massey's channel. This thing, and then they start with, is 5 minutes later, almost to the nose. They start clearing the ground, making people walk away. There's another cop car pulls up. They start clearing the area. They get her truck out of there. Again, they probably brought her out on the other side of the building, and then they start clearing people, stopping them coming from the sidewalk, and then they're pointing to where they think it is, which is not, I don't know what they're pointing at. That's grass. That's not helping. You're not helping. I don't know what this is. It's not there either, unless it's in the cone. Also, insofar as I know, it's not on the park bench. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. I don't see fuck all. And it's in the dirt. It's not over in the crevice. It's not by the wall, unless they think it looks funky and it's dropped under whatever that is in the corner. Is that the idea that it was there? That's the sensor for the door. That ain't it. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. It's not sitting on a park bench. That's a coffee cup. They're clearing traffic, getting people away for that so the bomb squad can come. Glenn Beck is talking out of his fucking ass. Yeah. And at this point, by the way, you can tell that they know something's up within 3 minutes. Let's see. This is the best part. This is the scroll part. This is where they move the camera. Okay. That's a coffee cup. That's a fucking coffee cup. That's not the pipe bomb. I don't know if that's... Is it under it? I don't see anything there. Yeah, I call bullshit. And again, it might have been around the corner at the other building, and this is just scrolling footage. This is their discovery of it. And again, if it's around that side of the building and it's a pipe bomb, it's not going to blow the fucking building. The building's safe. So having her bring her outside is stupid. This is fucking lame. Okay, so let's go back to what this asshat was saying. So run this by me again, motherfucker.
What do they do?
What do they do?
Of course, they jump out. They call the bomb squad. They get one of those little robot things to pick it up so it doesn't go off and kill somebody. And they get the first thing they do is they get Kamala Harris away from the area. It's 20 feet away from her motorcade. Whoa, what a close call that was. Except that's not what they did. They left Kamala Harris in the building. And, before they took a look at that pipe bomb, they finished their lunch in the car.
Okay, 4 fucking minutes. This asshole is lying about Secret Service, lying about local police, lying about everybody. And we just watched the footage that he's talking about. This is the footage they released on the Blaze. This is Thomas Massey's file. This is the part that they talk about in the article he's talking about. And Glenn Beck, it's not just that he's a lying piece of shit. It's that he's lying about cops and Secret Service. The Secret Service specifically, who will take a fucking bullet for even a politician they don't particularly like, for the stability of the fucking country and to protect the lives of our leaders. And this motherfucker is just bullshitting about them. And the video's on his fucking site. The fuck are you talking about? Fuck you, Glenn Beck. Fuck you. And again, does this motherfucker just go to Arlington Cemetery and just urinate all over the graves there because whatever they died for, they were lying about it anyways. These guys were probably in black helicopters killing patriots. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, do we know?
Fuck you too, Stu. God damn, this is awful. Ugh. Bloated assholes who've never missed a fucking dessert in their life. Talking shit about people who will die rather than have our country thrown into a fucking constitutional crisis. Fuck. Oh my God. And you know what the name of the product that keeps this show afloat is? My Patriot Supply. Eat shit.
Where the lunch came from? I mean,
No,
sometimes they're...
Look, dude, it's hot. I mean, I've had cold lunches all week. This is the only time we've had to eat.
These are the Back the Blue people, by the way. Just like to say, for the record, these are the Back the Blue people. By the way, these all... can we look again real quick at this footage? Whatever the information that's coming in, they're getting this hey, there's something over there. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to go take another look at it. Whatever they ended up doing, they start moving the camera around, see if they get a look at it. That's a fucking coffee cup. They start scrolling around, trying to find out whatever the fuck it is. As far as we know, this is where it would have to be if it's on a park bench or it's around the corner on another one. He saw it over there. He's not saying. But they start shutting down traffic within 4 minutes. And all these guys are like, well, you want to take a look? And he goes, and I don't know if he goes back and takes another look at it or the camera does. And you're like, okay, this is serious. Let's just treat it. as a real problem. Okay, that's it. And that's DC cops, by the way. He tells the DC cops, and then I'm guessing this is Secret Service, and those guys are inside. They call those guys, and they start pouring out of the building because they're with her. And they're not hearing what he's saying to the cop cars. They got their windows up, and they're sitting there, and they're in a fucking bulletproof car. And then they start clearing this place. Like, within minutes, they're shutting down the street. They got a police car there. They're scanning the area, and they're stopping traffic. And he's like, yeah, they're hating a cold lunch because it's like, Jesus Christ.
Our lunch, and well, it's still hot.
And if it could be something like off the Taco Bell craveable menu.
Could be.
It just could be something so delicious. They were like,
Jesus Christ. Like, listen how flippant these motherfuckers are with this. And this is what they accuse us of. Like, I'm surprised this motherfucker doesn't have an ACAB tattoo at this point.
But there it was, 15 to 20 feet away from the bomb, and they fed their face first.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's a weird decision.
Yeah.
Hey, Stu, how many minutes between when the guy came up and said, it's a pipe bomb, it looks like a pipe bomb, it's definitely a pipe bomb, and them acting, or did he go, I think it looks, I don't know if it's real, I don't know if that's, I can barely see it where it is, I'm going to go take another look at it, or it might be a thing, it might not be a thing. A couple minutes of conversation, he goes, walk around, tell me over here, what's going on? And because the Sarge is in the passenger seat, and the new guy's driving, so he's in the driver's seat, right? So instead of talking across the car, he comes over and speaks to him directly. The other thing too is if you have a bomb situation, one of the things that if there's somebody watching it to set something off, one of the things that is as soon you can't move too quickly and let people know what's up because they might trigger it. There's all kinds of reasoning behind this because they're dealing with reality. They're dealing with a genuine threat. And these motherfuckers are like, why didn't they just pull they just pull the fire alarm essentially?
And weird that the Capitol Police and the congressional hearings didn't include the fact that was a police officer.
Who cares? Who cares? And by the way, the passerby that talked to that person may have been the person who saw it first. And said, I think there's something funky over there. And he goes, okay, I'll check it out. And they kept walking. He didn't know who that person is. They just dropped it. He looks at it. Then he goes and talks about it. He's not the fucking passerby that found it. He's the cop that was walking around the area doing laps because the vice president was in the building. The vice president-elect was in the building. The amount of conclusions that this fucking jumps to while just attempting to just shit on these guys for doing their job is amazing. Fuck this dude. Oh my God. The fuck is wrong? I mean, honestly, the blaze is so bad. I'm surprised they don't hire Hassan. Jesus Christ. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing.